Ain't even nothing personal.
I ain't gonna take it personal.
So don't you take it personal.
I might take it personal.
But either way it go,
You are now tuning in with
The It's Nothing Personal podcast.
But we had a conversations that matter to the culture.
Where that came from.
Once again, we back in here one more time. The It's Nothing Personal podcast.
yo.
Chill.
We're so happy to have you here with us tonight on this beautiful Tuesday night. We're getting it done. Shout out to the squad. Kendrick, Samaj, TKO, DJ Chosen, and Big Brother Key.
Touchdown.
And a returning participant to the team, House 7 Rider in the building with the camera. Let's go. So we also got some guests in the building with us tonight. We got R&B artist Mia Shani, and we also have hip hop artist Reezy. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for joining us. Podcast always brought to you by Ackerman Recording Studio, Bag House, Urban Poison, DJ Chosen, Big Brother Keys. We taking care of you with the conversations that matter to the culture. Is everybody doing good tonight?
We had the conversations that matter to the culture.
To the who?
Heavily to the culture.
Let's do it.
Okay. So everybody feeling good. Everybody energy's up.
Yeah.
We're ready to do this tonight. So tonight's conversation is a bit of a touchy one. We're gonna discuss money matters. The pursuit for money, power, and respect. How it can corrupt an individual if left unchecked when you get caught up in that cycle, and some of the ways that society affects our pursuit of those things, and sometimes how they can be unhealthy. I start off with a couple of numbers. Majority of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Many people can only rely on their next paycheck, which is to having little to no savings. The percentage varies depending on factors, income level, age, and economic conditions. It can range from about 50% to over 60% of people in America living paycheck to paycheck. Now, a lot of times that could be bad money management. We always have to start with self when you look at these type of situations that are happening. But you can also look at some existential factors that happen in society that will cause people to kind of be stuck in that cycle of just living paycheck to paycheck. So I know everyone in this room today has had to deal with that. So we're going to start there and just talk about how you dealt with those times where you was chasing the bag or chasing some stability and it just kind of seemed out of reach. How do people deal with that? How do you deal with that?
For me, I just changed my situation. It's not easy, you feel me, taking that route, because a lot of people want to be comfortable or they want to at least feel comfortable and secure. But if I'm in a space, whether I'm working a job or I'm, in the business lane, if I'm not happy, I'm going to go through it, you feel me? You feel me? I'm going to see how long I can take it, But once I get to that point where I'm just like, you know what, I'm finna do something else. And righteously, every time you take that jump, you gonna come out better. We just be scared, We just be scared of the fear. Oh man, I'm scared. If I do this, I might be without for 2 weeks, you feel me? Or I might be without for however long. But if you take that doubt away and just do it, you ain't even gotta worry about all that. Cause at the end of the day, what's for you is for you. So it's gonna work out, but you gotta change your mindset when it comes to that. It's nothing wrong with taking that leap of faith or, jumping when you need to jump. Cause if you stay in the same place, you ain't never gonna go nowhere. Yeah, you comfortable, yeah, you cool, but if you know for a fact that you are unhappy, what's keeping you there? You feel me? Okay, I might have to struggle. So, okay, stack your bread up for a couple months and then jump. You feel me? I ain't saying you gotta jump right now, but do it. You feel me? Whatever it takes, do it. Cause at the end of the day, you either gonna be miserable or you gonna be happy. Ain't no other way. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's how it go.
Yeah.
That's true. This
Man.
paycheck is hard, KD.
It is
Man,
hard.
I'm gonna say this. When those, to me, it ain't never far-fetched. It ain't never far-fetched because at the end of the day, I'm accountable. So when I get stuck in them loops, I'm so attentive and aware and within I'm just on my ass like I know where I fuck up at.
How did you get there though? Like, there was a time when we weren't there. We weren't aware enough of ourselves to recognize how the choices that we make can put us in bad situations. Like, what did you tell yourself? Like, how did you really get locked in and say, I'm gonna make better choices? And when I make a bad choice, I'm not gonna point the finger outward. You know, I'm gonna look at me and say, okay, I gotta do better next time.
I mean, I really feel like that's just alignment because you can't lie to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, that goes back to the saying, your heart gon' be the judge every time. Like, I'm knowing if I got a spending habit and I got a bill due and now I'm trying to flip some money to pay that bill because I was fucking up last week. Like, I can't blame that shit on nothing else but me. Because, straight up, because I would have had that money if I wasn't fucking up last week.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it goes back to, too, I saw a quote the other day, like, they teach us what to think instead of how to think. Like, the fundamental aspects of thinking, like, just being aware of self, like, accountability, like, it's just ain't no attention on personal development in the upbringing, and people get lost in that and they just accept it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what that shit.
Repeat your question.
Dealing with living the paycheck to paycheck. We're talking about how to pursue, you know, for money, power, and respect. And we're just starting on the ground level. You know, we have all been in that cycle where we chasing it. We're trying to get to it. How did you break that cycle for yourself? Like, how did you get to the point where you realize that I can make better choices to have more? I don't have to spend, or I don't have to throw money away to try to keep up with shit. Like, what did you do to get it beyond that as a man?
When you a hustler, when you a provider, when you somebody that everybody depend on, that don't even matter. You just go. You don't force shit, and it just happens for you. You know, when you blessed, you blessed. You feel what I'm saying? If whatever you give to the universe gonna give back to you. So you just a hustler, and you gonna figure it out. You gonna figure it out before it figure you out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really, I don't know nobody struggles. I don't know nobody, cause I've always been a go-getter. You feel me? When it got tough, I got tougher.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So
You ain't have to train yourself on those skills or nothing though on your way to becoming who you is right now.
And of course so, but it happens so naturally. Like, it just, alright, I see that ain't working, I'm gonna do something different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Cause I can't keep getting punched. I can't keep getting
punching yourself.
Punched.
Cause ain't nobody doing it to
you. Know, I can't keep getting punched. So after I figure out how to maneuver, but that just gonna come with it. Cause you don't wanna keep getting punched, nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just so you ain't forcing nothing, you ain't making nothing. The universe gonna universe. You can't make shit go the way you want it to go. You just got to put all of you, or the most of you that you can put in it, and do it. And if you got people that depend on you, you can't give all of you to that. So you gotta share it in places that need it. So that's gonna be the slowdown. That's gonna be why you ain't where you wanna be, because you got other people that you helping. You got other people that you looking out for. Because if it's only for you, ain't no way you being slowed down. Not life, fool. No, that ain't slowing you down. It's just you. All you gotta do is be there for you. Can't nobody stop me if all I gotta be there is for me. So So that's where the conflict, that's where the hard part come in at, when you got other people that you got to look out for. You got other people you responsible for, and you responsible for them.
And they give you that drive to go.
Everything, motivation around you that you know what I'm saying? My love language is giving. You know what I'm saying? And how
tend to be how men operate.
You feel me? And how I want to be loved is to know you appreciate
that.
Straight up.
You know that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Talk.
Shut up though.
No. You come on.
I'm gonna say something on what you just on one thing you just said. It naturally is in our control. Our destination where we end up at in life. But the thing that we have to let go of, cause I'm saying this cause we dropping gems. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go where we take us, and we got to navigate us to that destination. But the resistance, like, we just can't be so uptight about it. Like, you still gotta be on your greasy and plant your feet, but you can't be so resistant. Like, you can't just be so uptight, and like, you just can't let that shit fuck up your head and just have you throw it off. You know what I'm saying? Like this your total focus is on this. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know that I'm getting to my destination and let that shit flow. Know where you going and let that shit go. You got to know that you there though.
First of all, you got to figure out yourself.
Straight up.
You gotta know how yourself operate. You can't figure out yourself, you just fucked up.
Straight up.
Shit gonna just be fucked up. Yeah. So you got to figure out how to self-operate. Man, when that went wrong, I did that, but that wasn't the right way. Exactly. So you have to learn from yourself. You have to learn from others. You have to be a consequential thinker when it comes to critical situations. And you gonna pass. The universe gonna fuck with you. You gonna pass. But once you go to trying to force shit, that was shit. Cause you not shit without the universe. You not shit without God. So if you not letting that shit operate properly, you gonna make that shit go in a whole nother direction. Now you got to pick up pieces on your own. It's like, oh, you got it, big man. You know you can do it on your own. I won't let you have it. I tried to help you. You forcing shit. So just keep that shit gangster and keep that shit natural. Let that shit flow. That shit gonna go your way. Cause you gonna be doing the right thing. If you doing the right thing, that shit gonna go your way. And if it don't, it's some shit. It was an obstacle. Get right with it. Get the fuck up and make it right. You know, but other than that, don't force that shit, baby.
Yeah, nah.
So let me jump in there and say, okay, those points are key, and I feel like they are key and very digestible to someone who is maybe a little more advanced in their journey. Yeah. What about the ones who are up under the debt? What about the ones who come from chaos, who don't get this kind of energy to make them even understand that it's their choices? True enough, the cost of living is a motherfucker. But as we all sit in here today, I see a bunch of grown people who are still living the life they choose to live, which means y'all making choices to put y'all in a position to stay happy. The cost of living is not bullshitting with nobody. Like, it's leaning on everybody right now, even the rich people. You can tell how they moving and how they doing their thing with their companies and stuff. The cost of living is fucking with them too, because they got to pay living wages, which they don't want to do, which is how a lot of people end up in that cycle, paycheck to paycheck. So those people continue to be intoxicated or just living in a toxic mindset because of that chase of cost of living to outpace what I make. You know, how does one mentally center and say, okay, yes, these things are happening, but I can still get over this hump. I can still manage some things. I can maybe cut a few pennies here and there. Maybe we shouldn't eat out for a couple of weeks, you know what I'm saying, and cook a little more. Like, how do you as individuals, like...
That sounds like somebody that need help, bro.
Well, that's what we here
for. But we came from chaos. We came from that same struggle. Like, we were.
No, like I'm saying, like personally, it sounds like that's somebody who needs help. like within themselves. They need somebody around them that love them. And if it's that deep, then they can't fucking figure it out. If this ain't got that bad, if it's just that bad, they can't figure it out, and they've been on their own. They need help.
That's typically
that ain't
average.
gonna do it though.
That's the average.
Help ain't gonna get them.
Yeah, that's
I
the
think you
average
gotta
person.
stay focused.
Yeah, you got to stay
Continue to
focused.
believe in yourself.
That's
Continue to do
That's
what
the
it
only
takes.
way it's gonna happen.
He
Continue
right
to
though.
do what it takes. Take the next step.
When they don't have nobody around them,
Yeah.
you know, it is hard, you know,
Yeah.
and it's sometimes hard to even accept somebody telling you, man, you can change your situation.
Yeah.
You can change your reality. And that's the bullshit they feed people. They keep you chasing the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to achieve some imaginary power that may take the stress off. But Bob Marley said if you chasing money, that means you chasing numbers, which is endless. You'll never catch that.
Yeah, I told you,
Never
I'm
catch
rich. I'm rich as it gets. I'm
never
good.
catch
You know what I'm saying? I'm
And
rich.
that's where
And
it's
dollars,
at, man, like,
dollars
oh,
ain't
shit.
even it. Dollars ain't even what make me rich. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know that about yourself, right?
Period.
That's
Period.
where it got to start.
Period.
Like
Period.
if you can't get there, you stuck, because that's the resistance I'm talking about. Is the
Yeah,
torture that you give yourself of
You know what I'm saying? Shit on
consistently
me.
thinking about what's gonna happen if I don't make this shit happen. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what's making it happen. Like you got to free your mind. That's why I say you got to know where your destination is and then let it flow. Like the how ain't your job. You just got to know where you going and do your part. And the majority of your part is not worrying about that shit. Not, cause if it ain't, I always heard, if it ain't nothing to worry about, it ain't nothing to worry about. Like, you create all your worries, all your stress,
Start right
you
there.
create all that shit.
One thing about it, and I want you to start back. One thing about it, you cannot worry and think.
At the same time,
time.
straight up.
Can't do it.
So when you worry, you ain't thinking. So if you ain't thinking, you ain't.
Getting shit done.
What we always say is start with self. You got to go find that shit in you. And yeah, people loving on you can, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they can't put their feet in your shoes. Everybody got to find it in them and get that spark. Cause I can't say I got that spark from anybody. Now I did get the spark from observing my surroundings and, you know what I'm saying, seeing people that gave me the ambition. But that's all I can say I got from anybody else.
But like you were saying, like where you went with it, those people that he talked about need somebody around them and saying, hey, they need motivation. They need help. They need some kind of listening ear. It's gonna take more than them to get the job done because they've been by themselves doing it this whole time. And it ain't working yet. So they gotta find out who love them, if they need to get close to the God. I don't know. That's why I say I can't help them type of people besides to give them this advice.
That's
Why
it.
you get somebody around you that genuinely love you, that genuinely give a fuck, that genuinely care. And you'll decide to come great. And you gotta let go of what ain't for you. And if it's giving you problems, if it's toxic, if it's not understanding who you are, then it's not for you. It's billions and billions of people on this world, you know what I'm saying? Your space may be confined, but if they love you, they gonna fuck with you. And if you don't feel that love, get the fuck away from them.
Yeah.
That shit not gonna work.
But you gotta make that decision. That shit take a whole lot of self-work. Like we said last week,
Every week we say
like
it
straight
takes
up,
self-work.
it all revolves back to self. Like
Every week.
you gotta put your feet to the ground.
Yeah.
Like only thing we can't do shit for these folks except paint a picture. Like you got to go in you and find that spark. You got the spark. You can't nobody spark that spark for you, dog. Can't nobody spark it. Like it's there, but shit. Cause we come from nothing. We all come from shit, po piss.
And we still learning.
Straight up, still
Every
learning.
day.
Let
Every
it be
day we
understood.
learn.
You know,
Yeah,
everyone
still
should.
learning.
We still learning.
Straight up.
We can only tell y'all what we've learned so far.
Yeah. you know, from shared experiences, you know, what things we've been through that are similar. You know, we can have conversations where we can say these are things that we did, things that we learned, and mistakes that we learned from, because a lot of life is making mistakes. One thing school does get you ready for is how to not make the same mistake twice. It don't necessarily get you ready for a life, but if you pick up on that, when the test come around, which is a mistake or a lesson, learn from that lesson, learn from that mistake, don't make it again, pass the test and grow. And when you dealing with money, it's important to understand that money is not the goal. Money is the tool to achieve the goal, which should be some form of freedom. Everyone has they ties to something that money will give them, and one of the most popular things is power, you know, influence, you know, the ability to just influence people to be among my will. Some people get drunk with power when they get to a certain point, you know. Me personally, I ain't never got to a point where I think I had no real damn power or nothing, you know. So I think that's something that I'm typically afraid of, watching people who receive power get drunk with it, you know. I'm not the most morally grounded person, just to be honest. I would break a few bones if I needed to. And in a powerful situation, you got to know that about yourself. You know, a lot of people pursue money and they pursue power. You know, that also corrupts. Those pursuits come together and they corrupt one soul, one energy. And you just got to know what power can do and how it can influence yourself. So when you guys think about pursuit of money, then that pursuit of that power, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about whatever power you may want? That may be the power to just be able to build land as you want to, build up on your house, take care of your people. You know what I'm saying? There is power with that, you know, being able to have your own property. You may just want to have your business to be the best in the nation, you know what I'm saying? Which is also cool. That comes with power. Like, do you know how to deal with that much power? Have you thought about where you could be?
When you know, and all this that we talk about are coming from 4 different perspectives.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so when you ask me about power, is to get myself together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My power is to make sure you don't disrespect me and I won't disrespect you. That's where my power comes in. My power is to make sure I look presentable to those people that I need to look presentable for. My power is to make sure my lights don't get cut off and my kids are fed. My power comes from, if I want to shit today, I can shit today, but this is what I want to do for me. My power is for me. So you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people may use their power to fuck over the neighborhood. You know, a lot of people may want to build up the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You want to look like, you know, that power to say, hey, he came through, he looked out for the town. You know that power's coming. That's going to come with it if that's what you're doing it for. So, you know, that's a different stroke for different folks. But that was my power coming in. It's for me. You know what I'm saying? It's to take care of me. And I ain't got to worry about what you doing. I ain't got to worry about what she doing. I don't need her help. I don't need your help. We can help each other.
Yeah,
I don't mind helping you, but I don't need you. I don't need her. And we can get it done. You feel what I'm saying? Because I use that power for me.
Straight up.
Yeah, that's my power. Yeah.
What's
like
your
that.
power, T-Baby?
I see power in multiple ways. So, I've been in powerful positions to where I was over people and I had control. You feel me? And I could choose to be whatever I wanted to be that day because I was the boss. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I don't really let, you know, stuff like that get to me. Like, I'm gonna treat the janitor the same way I treat the CEO. You feel me? Long as you not disrespecting me or, you know what I'm saying, being disrespectful to me, like, we good. You feel me? I'm not gonna do too much. Now, if I'm having a bad day and I'm coming off different, then, hey, my bad. You feel me? I'm human. I have my days just like anybody else. But as far as like me trying to, you know, just be in control, yeah, control feels good. You know what I'm saying? It feels good when you in control and you ain't gotta worry about nothing because you on top. You feel me?
But you gotta be built for control.
But at the same time, yeah, you gotta be built for it, but you also gotta be careful when you in control too.
Yeah.
Because you dealing with other people's lives, you know what I'm saying? You dealing with other people's feelings, other people's emotions. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful, like how you come out, what you saying. You know what I'm saying? How you saying it, what you doing, like all of that matters. So I feel like if you just be yourself and Allow it to flow. Like he said earlier, allow it to flow. It's gonna come to you like it's supposed to. But if you try to be in control and you take that power, yeah, it's gonna go your way for a minute, but eventually it's gonna fail.
Yeah. Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Straight up.
So that was a very, I like the way both of y'all broke power down. It is an individual thing. It's different for each person. You know, everybody want to affect the world differently. Everybody got that dream of leaving their name.
Straight up.
You know, it's just how do you want to go about it?
It's yours.
Yeah.
It don't matter to nobody else.
Bless you. So, Katie, when you think about power, what does that mean to you?
Man, my power is the power that made me draw. I'ma give it away. Can't lie. Like, I get geeked off putting a smile on people's face. Like, the people that wasn't able to do it for themselves. Like, and I'm just saying that from an aspect of, you know what I'm saying, when people feed into that powerful position, you know what I'm saying, I'm a giver. I like that if I can say that, if that's what my ego is, that'll get me drunk.
How do you set boundaries for that? Because that is something that can get you caught up out here in 2025. Just being too much of a giver. It's like
me personally, that shit, I ain't gonna say it's some situation because it's hard for me to say no.
They cut themselves off. People cut themselves off.
Yeah, and that's
you know what I'm
how I
saying?
do it.
Because after so long, I told you, you're not gonna keep punching me in my fucking face.
Now, see, some people can't cut people off. You know what I'm saying?
Keep hitting them in the face.
Boundaries. You ain't even gotta cut them off. You gotta have these boundaries for yourself.
Keep hitting them in the face. Keep hitting them motherfuckers in the same spot.
You remember
I
last
promise
week?
you, baby gonna get you up off of it.
Last week when you were like, shit, when you at 100, motherfucker can't play with you, and I replied, I'm like, shit, I can't let a motherfucker trip me out of my position. Like, motherfucker can goddamn shit. We done dealt, you already know. Shit, motherfucker, 1,000 here, 1,000 up, 1,000 up, 500 here, 500 up, 500 up. But I tell you one thing, it won't be the same, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And they did it to themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I just charged that to the cost of shit. That's just what it costs to get you out my house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't enough. Ain't nothing enough for me to throw it all away because I know how I'm way more valuable. I got more substance than that, and I can get that back 100,000 million trillion zillion times.
Right.
So I don't even take it as disrespect. I just take it as shit. You play yourself, I'm the blessing.
Experience is the best teacher.
Yeah.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
got to go through it.
I'll tell you, you're not gonna keep hitting me in my face.
Straight up.
An ounce of experience is more than a pint of advice.
Straight up.
Yeah, man.
Cause that experience give you, show you what it feel like. And if it's something that you don't like, you gonna do what it takes for you not to feel that no more. Cause you don't like that shit. That's the power of experience. You get that feeling of, I don't like how that shit feel, so I'm gonna do whatever in my power not to feel that shit no more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
We're gonna rock out this way.
Straight up.
And if you're really wise, you can watch somebody else experience something and learn your own lesson.
Yeah.
That's the
You know,
ultimate
that's-
warrior.
If you want to be that ahead of the game, that's definitely what you should learn to do. You know, watch other people around
You
you.
got to go through it.
Yeah, you see them doing something fucked up, don't do that.
Gotta be
just-
teachable.
Yeah,
Gotta be teachable.
you gotta be teachable, man. So, power means something different to everybody.
If you that gangster, you be like, I can do that, but I'm gonna do that a little different. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fucked up though. God damn.
What not to do with some of the best shit to know.
Hell yeah.
Straight up.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, boy. You
Straight
said
up.
something, man. That'll
Like,
keep
you
you out
can
of a
learn
lot
a
of
lot
shit.
from a dummy, cause if you know what not to do, shit, you 50%.
You might know what to do though.
Straight up. Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We just get let down because we don't get these fundamental, cause a lot of households, you know what I'm saying, they have structure to where they can plant those seeds in the cubs at that sponge, at that stage where they're absorbing everything from their environment. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I know me personally, shit, a lot of the mistakes I made, it was just a lack of not knowing. You know what I'm saying? And me within me knowing that, man, I done fucked up. I done ran it up, went back to zero, ran it up, but it ain't never been a doubt in my mind to quit. That's why I say I always know it's me. Every time I fuck my money up, I know what I did to fuck it up. I know if I wouldn't have did what I did, it wouldn't have, shit, even if a motherfucker didn't pay me, if I wouldn't have fucked up what I fucked up, I still would have been straight.
So look, everybody out there, take that accountability, man. I'm trying to blame nobody.
Straight up, you got to.
Here. You know it going down here because you did so and so and so. You shouldn't have done that.
You shouldn't have done that.
Spank your own ass and get yourself together, man. It's alright. It's alright. If you ain't got nobody around you to make you, hey, dirty, that wasn't cool. Hey, man, that's fucked up. Hey, you shouldn't have said that. If you ain't got nobody around there, you gotta smack your own
man. Bro, that ain't even gotta be. That's power. If you could do that to yourself,
you
even without somebody, that's power, bro.
Own ass, man. That's what grown men do.
Straight up, exactly.
Smack their own ass. Alright, but you gotta tighten up.
I fucked up.
Don't motherfucking keep it. Don't not keep it gangster with yourself.
Right.
Then you gonna be out here tricking folks and thinking you right. You gotta keep it gangster from the front door, and you can go on out there, motherfucker.
Then go in the bathroom and look in the mirror. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. They ain't around. Man, this shit so real.
You gotta keep it gangster with yourself.
You got to goddamn, you got to lead your path, man. You got to spark that fire in you.
Sometimes you all you got, so you definitely have to figure out how to spark that fire.
If you ain't all you got, and you got people around you that fuck with you, man.
That's a plus.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
Fuck with them. Don't just be
That's a bonus.
It ain't an obligation, it's a bonus.
Don't know what they're talking about. They fuck with you, they love you. They just don't shoot you no shit. So take heed to whatever it is coming around you. And if you ain't got nobody around you, smack your own ass. And life, it's gonna be tough.
Eventually, life gonna smack you around enough to where you be like, I better do the smacking first, cause life hurt.
Cause life gonna fire your
Life
ass
gonna
up.
knock my ass
Gonna
the fuck
smack
out,
you.
bro.
That bitch gonna
So yeah,
gonna
man.
bat your ass.
Back that we were talking about mental health. If it takes you to that point, man, seek help. Seek help.
That is something that people do need to be a little more aware of.
At that point, if it's ain't got that bad, ain't nobody out there gonna help you. You can't help yourself. Seek help. Like it's somebody. The job is to help you when you're in this type of.
I don't believe it.
Mental. Man, they make folk like that. What is that? Psychiatrists? Like they make people.
Okay.
They make people to help people that don't know what to do with their own brain. And they should be the most paid people in the fucking world.
Teachers.
Doctors, lawyers,
No, I'm gonna give a teacher that. Teachers should be highest paid people. They the first line of defense to crazy. Outside of the parents.
Shit, and then they be more in tune than the parents sometimes.
They really do.
Like the teacher know your child more than you do.
Maybe the people that I just think, this is my thoughts. These are Keith's thoughts. The people that commit suicide, they just needed a little more love. They just needed somebody that gave more of a fuck than they gave about themselves. They had no motivation. They had nothing to keep them going. It's like, why not?
I feel that.
They just needed a little bit. So if you see somebody down, fucked up, just can't get it right, be their help, be their hand. The universe gonna bless you, my man.
Straight up.
For real.
If nothing else, man, just don't be a piece of shit.
Man.
You could just say hi, I hope you have a nice day to a stranger. You could save a life, man.
Straight up.
You know, but choices. Money, power, how we see them, it all boils down to choice. What you do with your money, what your savings, what your checking account looks like, it's your choice.
And if you see that anger, man, it's like, fuck you, motherfucker. No, don't go off. Don't take it
That
personal.
shit ain't got nothing to do with
Don't take it personal, because he will blow your fucking head off, and he don't even understand that's what he doing. So don't take it personal. You won't get it angry. You won't get upset. And you'll go home to your family. It ain't all about you. It's about the decisions that you make.
That shit ain't got nothing to do with you.
It's about the decisions that you decide to make, and they can get you home or he can get you gone.
Straight up.
That's a hard pill to swallow, Kendrick, because most people think it is about them.
Yeah.
They wake up every morning thinking that everybody is waiting on them to walk outside.
Man.
And they think they're the main character, as they typically say.
Straight up. You are in your life.
You are
but
in your
when
life.
you step in other people's.
Or when they stepped in yours.
This is a Grand Theft Auto lobby,
You got
man.
to know what
Nobody
the
give a shit about you.
With that mindset, it's like being full of yourself in the wrong aspect.
You gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them, when to walk away, and when to motherfucking run.
Straight up.
Don't be too scared to run.
Yeah, nah.
Alright.
That's a line of defense.
Alright.
So on that tip, do you think it takes a level of self-respect to be able to stand like that? To know that I'm the main character in my life, but when I get out there, this ain't about me.
But it still is if you
Yeah.
want to survive.
Yeah.
If you want to make it home, it's best that you made the same decision. If your mama just died and his papa just died and he say fuck you motherfucker, and you want to say fuck you motherfucker back and y'all want to shoot it out, somebody got to die.
Straight up.
And that's what's gonna happen. The end gonna come to the story.
Yeah.
Or you can say, hey, I don't want to shoot it out with him today. I want to make it home to my kids.
Straight up.
And you can turn the other cheek. That's what God talking about when you turn the other cheek. He's not talking about literally let somebody slap you and be a bitch.
Yeah.
He's telling you when you go through something, don't take it personal. And when you don't take it personal, you'll make it home. That was you turning the fucking cheek. You made it home. Now you still got that same cheek. You can turn again. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Just like how they say, like, sometimes you gotta think for other people. Like, I'm thinking for me and you in this situation by me not reacting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's beneficial to both
Cause
of
you ain't
us.
thinking for nobody. You fuck you, motherfucker.
You ain't
And you ain't thinking for
at all.
nobody.
You ain't thinking at all.
He
You
finna
ain't
get
thinking
off. He
straight up.
finna get off on your ass. All right.
He pure raw emotion.
emotion.
There's no thought. There is no thought. Pure raw emotion.
Momo
In
has
that
cancer.
state,
Fuck
like,
you.
I'm just visualizing in that mindset, like, you're not even capable of processing a thought. Like, we gotta, man, this shit goes all back to self, man. Like, we got to be maneuvering this life calculated. Like, we can't just be waking up and hitting the flow. Like, we gotta goddamn be faced with these situations and go in goddamn slow motion and make that shit make sense. Like, it ain't, man, the big bad wolf, goddamn, like, that shit ain't worth a damn. I think them piglets, they the ones that made it out on top. Whatever they did, goddamn, it's about winning.
And then when you get in that situation, you gonna think, pride gonna get in the way. I'm so and so and so and so, but so
You
and
gonna
so and
crash.
so and so wants to see tomorrow also.
Pride always come before the fall.
Man, your ego crash, man. Your ego gonna run you into a brick wall.
And that's a big deal. If you can conquer that, then you rich. You rich. That's why I say I'm rich, because I know how to avoid it. I know how to get up out of there. I know how to stay. I know how to go home to my children. You know what I'm saying? That's
And
why
I ain't
I'm
no
rich.
hoe either.
Don't it feel good to go home to your children? No,
Man,
Walking away don't make you scared, it make you smart.
man, bro.
Right. There's nothing on this
It's
earth
chess,
worth.
not checkers.
It ain't valuable.
It ain't worth it
But
like
don't
that.
play me though. I'll blow your ass away.
Straight up.
I get your ass up out of here. So I ain't no bitch.
But I ain't finna wild
It ain't
west
gonna be my fault that you out of here. 'cause of
Straight
me.
up.
No,
I guarantee you that.
And I ain't gonna wild west your ass
That's why I
either.
say doing the right thing, you gonna get what the universe got for you.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? If you did me that way, you shouldn't have fucking done that.
Straight
Right,
up.
right.
But if I did you a certain way, the universe gonna treat me fucked up too now.
Yep.
Alright, so I'ma just play it cool. I ain't gonna force shit. Hold on over here thinking of something like
But
that.
yeah, gonna get that velvet claw. You ain't gonna see it coming.
I seen a TikTok today, man. A 16-year-old, they finna triumph as an adult.
Y'all saw them little kids they got on there for stealing cars.
No, not that. This dude murdered his
That shit was
homeboy.
fucked up.
He don't ever murder, but when they told him he was gonna be, locked up with no bail, He just, he fell to his knees, just collapsed, started crying like
you weren't ready.
Snap back into reality.
It's
then.
real out here, my nigga.
Yeah.
There ain't no such thing as I'ma kill this nigga and go home.
Yeah, when you
They think it's that simple.
Both of y'all got to be out of here, nigga.
Man.
Both of y'all got to be out of
Your
here.
mama on the front row crying, your mama on the front row
Both of y'all
crying.
got to be out of here, bro.
She and you in front of the judge, when they slap that gavel, she crying. Her ass on the goddamn front row looking at her son in their box, crying.
Crying.
That's how it go. Let's take a ride down the road where them killers go. That's how that shit go.
It's always been that way. Y'all get out here and get to doing that. You gotta respect yourself. You gotta respect your brother. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for that to be the end game. Like, you can't crash. I ain't trying to be funny, but you know, Pops was like, put your dukes up. Y'all don't fight like you used to. And I think young men just can't tote the L. You know, when we was in school, you kind of had to toe the L if you got to a fight.
And we gonna be partners. We ain't, man, me and my partner done fought. Growing up, we fought so much. It's like, it's pure ego though. Like, everybody
we ain't
wants
friends
to be
till I
the
beat
biggest.
your ass though. You can't whoop me and whoop me and whoop me.
Oh, straight up, yeah.
We ain't friends till I beat your ass.
Straight up. Straight up.
Anybody know me know, hey, you know, we weren't friends till I beat your ass.
I gotta get my lip back.
Straight up. Got to.
Yeah. Well, keep cooking.
But man, one thing I can say though, man, and it goes back to, I'ma say, for everybody who come from the bottom, I can say it ain't our fault. I don't feel like it's our parents' fault. I don't feel like it's nobody's fault except the people who designed for that shit to be like that. Because the information, man, I read a lot of books. The way I talk and the way I think come from a lot of readings from 1925, 1909. Like, all that information was the information that they kept amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it tell you how your thoughts are things that create, because they are energy, like they hold a vibrational frequency that has substance that affects the creation world. Like, it's all in what you keep in the front of your mind, man. And just thinking about it, like, when we come from shit and that's all we exposed to, we become a product of that. And that's what's in the front of our mind, shit. And that's what we grow into. That's what we create. And I feel like, going back to say why it ain't our fault, because people from our culture wasn't taught that basic fundamental of controlling your emotions, seeing the best outcome, because people are consistently think about what they don't want to happen or what they scared to happen versus what, like, people, I was at a point one time where I couldn't even see a clear thought of what I really wanted, but I could see a better picture in my head of what I didn't want to happen. Like, and when you become a product of that and that's the norm to you, you ain't gonna create nothing but the bullshit, because the shit that you think, you gonna get everything in your life that relates with those thoughts.
And that's from, you know, your perspective and you know what you've been through. But if I think, you know, negatively, that's something that I don't want. So that's something I'm gonna avoid by all means necessary.
But if you keep thinking it, like, it ain't like, it could be an argument, but if you do the research, you will see that consistently thinking negative, you gonna get that. Because if you thinking it, it's gonna make you feel that way. And then once you feel it, you starting the creation process. Like, that's a fundamental scientific aspect of life. Like, it's probably not on the surface of everybody knowing that, but that's a fundamental process to creating anything in life. Everything that ever was created started from a thought. You know what I'm saying? Thoughts are things, like, they have substance. like they are things.
If you say to yourself, all right, I know what to avoid during this interview. I know what I do need to do and I know what I don't need to do. You were thinking negatively when you were thinking about the things that
But you ain't holding that thought. You ain't consistently thinking about what I don't want to do. You just ciphering through the things. But when you stay there, that's what created. When you stay there,
Repeating it.
yeah, cause
like
you
creating
becoming
fear.
one with it.
It'll create fear when you think about the things.
Fear is not a bad thing.
In every aspect,
Fear makes you cautious.
In this aspect, it's the thought of I don't want that to happen.
What aspect are we speaking of?
But fear ain't just one thing. Like, you could be scared of
failure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that don't mean it creates failure.
But if you consistently think about the failure, you visualizing in your mind yourself in failure, you gonna drive yourself to that failure, bro.
If you thinking about it at that point, at that extent, you're not even trying to be great.
I know it, and that's how it works.
But you have to think about the failure to a certain extent to say, all right, this is what I don't
you gonna do that, but you just can't stay there. A lot of people stay there. Like the main thing that's on their mind is what they scared of happening, to where they don't even
take the leap forward.
Yeah, they don't even see, like, okay, I ain't got a dime in my pocket. So if I done became one with not having a dime in my pocket when I decide to sit in the house cause I'm broke, I ain't got no opportunity cause I done own that brokenness and I done sat here and didn't do nothing. Now take the other person who, shit, I ain't got nothing in my pocket, but shit, I ain't no broke ass nigga. I'ma go out there and mingle. He ran into an opportunity. This nigga.
That's all I wanted you to do, break it down for me.
Yeah, this nigga who decided to stay in the house, he cut himself short because he stayed in the house. There's nothing there. You done own this brokenness.
Now they get it.
You know what I'm saying?
They didn't get it at first.
Straight up. Right. Yeah, but your thoughts are things that create everything. Like, that's how this shit go.
Yeah, I agree.
Thoughts are powerful. I know many people have had a thought or an idea or a suggestion and they didn't act on it, and they come around a couple of weeks later, they see somebody else doing the same thing that they were thinking about.
Straight up.
It happens all the time. Don't flex a cap and act like you don't know what we're talking about.
Straight up.
So Kendrick is 100% right.
And that's what keep people in that poverty place. Yeah. Because they became one with that ecosystem of that thought process. Because that's it.
It's the opposite.
Cause if you don't think that way, you ain't even gonna indulge there.
How can you get somewhere if you can't even visualize
exactly
being a reality in your mind? You know what I'm saying? If all you see is the bottom and you think the bottom, that's what you will be at the bottom. Yeah. You know, like that makes perfect sense. You know what? You are what you think, you are what you eat, you are what you read, you are what you watch, and you are what you listen to.
And if you're in a situation where, you know, either if you're making excuses or if you got a reason, it's a thin line. So pick and choose.
Yeah.
So if you in a place where you don't know which way to go with it, just do the right thing. Just do the right thing. And that's gonna feel like the hardest part of like, damn. Just do the right thing. It's gonna work out for you.
I mean, everybody sitting in here on this panel done tried the easy way before.
Oh, yeah.
The easy way, easy, right?
It's always easy. It's always easy. Until it turn around and say, hey, remember me? Remember how easy that was?
Yeah.
I got a debt for you, dog.
Try again.
We can do it the easy way again.
Yeah, we can do it one more time if you like. But yeah, no, man. The good choices are hard, man.
Straight up.
When you talk about money, when you talk about how you deal with what money brings, when you talk about your respect, when you talk about your mindset, all that shit matters, bro.
Man.
And those choices that you make will determine your future.
Straight up.
The younger you are making good choices, the better off you will be when you get older, earlier. Like, you don't want to be trying to figure that shit out at 40. It's done, nigga. You're done. You're done.
It's so deeply embedded.
You're done at 40. If you listen to this podcast right now and you under the age to drink, go ahead and get it together now.
Straight up.
Go ahead and lock in. Focus. Man or woman, focus. Center, make better choices today. Choose better today. You trying to get to the bag?
Straight up.
Choose better. Money is the tool. It's not the goal. You trying to get the
That
financial
shit just
freedom.
to get shit done.
It's just a tool. Alright? You flirting with power, understand you dealing with some dangerous stuff. Alright? Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Go look it up.
Straight up.
And when you're dealing with respect, man, you gotta have self-respect to get any respect. And you gotta make good choices to even earn any respect from these people out here.
And pure intention.
Yeah. So all these things that we talk about, no matter what our conversation is, we always come back to having better choices and better knowledge of self. All the work can be done inside. All the work can be done internally. And you will see the reflection of that internal work externally every time.
Hey, when you see it, that's the finished product. Like, when it becomes physical form, that's the end process. Just like people say, seeing is believing, no, believing is seeing. Because once you truly believe it in your heart, it's yours. Even that debt, even that cancer, even that diabetes. Like, once it's yours, once it make your heart feel a way towards it, it's yours.
If you got something slowing you down in your way and you just can't figure out, like, damn, if it wasn't for this, I could be greater. If it wasn't for this, I could be greater. Well, that, what you talking about, it's gonna get out your way soon. So you gotta be prepared for whatever the fuck it was that you were talking about. Now don't come up with another excuse of why you can't be great now, cause that shit out the way. You know what I'm saying? So when it come time, just be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Let that shit flow like water. And when it come time, snatch off with it. And that's when you gonna come, that's when everything gonna come alive for you. But if you sit back and make another excuse, you gonna still be where you were.
And when it get out your way, get what? It's gonna be shit that you had to physically, mentally do to get that shit out your way. It ain't just gonna move out your way. You got to go within yourself and plot up a plan to overcome this obstacle. Like, you got to do it.
Figure out a solution to your problem. Figure it out.
You got to do it. Like, I stress that so much. When it come to my son, he 15 right now. Like, he is aware, cause I drill it in him. Now it's to the point where all I could do is plant the seeds. Like, you gotta beat your feet because I can't do it for you. I cannot put my consciousness in your body and make your decisions. And when we giving these gems, we cannot put our consciousness. Only thing we can do is just give you some momentum or something. Just
seed.
give you something
You
to
gotta plant it, you gotta water it.
Like,
yeah, we giving you the
you
seed.
got to do it.
You gotta plant it, you gotta water it.
You got to do it, man. And it's gonna start with changing the way that you view yourself. Let me read this shit real quick. This shit say, you can do as much as you think you can, but you'll never accomplish more. You can do as much as you think you can, but you'll never accomplish more. Meaning, you'll never accomplish more than you think you can accomplish. Would y'all agree on that?
Say it one more time.
You can do as much as you think you can, but you will never accomplish more. Meaning, you'll never accomplish more than you think you can accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree on that? Like, your common sense.
Yeah. When you tell yourself.
Do you agree on that?
When you get in a situation where you give
I
yourself.
agree 100%.
Yeah. When you 100%. If you can get in yourself, where you can give yourself 100%, that's gonna gravitate.
Okay, why this? If you're afraid of yourself, young man, there's little for you in store. If you're afraid of yourself, young man, there's little for you in store. For failure comes from the inside first. It's there we on. Oh look, If for failure comes from the inside first, it's there if we only knew. And you can win though you face the worst if you feel that you're going to do it. Hold up. And you can win. Hold up. Damn, cause this shit blurry. And you can win though you face the worst if you feel that you're going to do it. Okay. For failure comes from the inside first. It's there if we only knew it. And you can win though you face the worst if you feel that you're going to do it.
Yeah, so confidence. Oh, they tell you, keep your confidence.
It's telling you also that you only gonna get what you believe you are.
And if you ain't got no confidence, you ain't shit.
Nah, you ain't.
We live with it. Confidence is tough right now. You know how it is.
It's hard out here for everybody.
Yeah, it's confidence is tough.
But it's all about you, what you do with your hardship.
You know, it's tough when you spending more. Everybody spend most of their life online these days, and you know it's a complete competition to be fucking perfect, which is not real. So you know, and that's being around the people I've been around. Those type of things affect people's mental health in ways we probably can't even understand at this point. We come from a different generation. I played outside. We all played outside, man. Mm-hmm. And then when the computers came around, it really wasn't that dope. So we kept going outside. And then when they finally got the computer up and running, we ain't need it because we can still go outside. A lot of these folks didn't grow up like that. And they come with the phone out the womb. And they're told Kim Kardashian is some weird beauty standard, and this weird guy over here is handsome, and you gotta be that. You gotta have all this. Confidence is hard to come by in this world, man. They do that shit on purpose, like you were saying in the beginning of your soliloquy earlier, man.
Well, we said the plan was phenomenal.
It's phenomenal, man. And you can see once again with what they doing now, it's still active, and it's so serious, Kendrick, that they doing it in our faces laughing.
Yeah.
And they got people that live right down the street with each other fighting over shit that don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
And they still
on the same fucking street.
And they still making it seem like, we got it. Nah, bro, they snatching it all from everybody. Everybody finna lose. And the plan working.
If you don't know the substance of you, like I feel like if we could create a way to plant that seed, because that's where it started. Because unfortunately, we have to learn everything we learn from people who are already fucked up. So we only getting more of that, and they stand so heavily on that belief because that's all they been like. That's if you ask me, that's Adam and Eve. Ate from the tree or whatever the fuck they ate from. It's corrupted motherfuckers putting that shit on pure, untampered with motherfuckers, corrupting them. And then once they come into who they feel like they are, now this conflicting with what I've been taught. Now here go the bomb of confusion. Like, I feel like if people could be taught that understanding of the fact of you got to have imagination, you got to be able to visualize something, your desire, you got to be able to visualize the things that make your heart feel good versus constantly thinking about what you fearing are happening. You know what I'm saying? Say goddamn, say something in your head without like, it's a voice in there, like you can see this shit vividly, what you think about. Like, bro, I was in the county jail, bro, laying on my rack, bro. I closed my eyes and walked through my whole house. Like, your mind that powerful.
Yeah.
Bro, the future is only a possibility of what now can be, bro. And you got to create that future now, because you got to be whatever that future is now for you to align with that future, because now is all we got. That what I just said, gone. We in the now. That now gone. We in the now. Now is all it is. So for you to be something of substance, you got to be that now before you physically feel it.
Become that.
That's the tricky part where people get confused at because they gotta see it to believe it, but you got to create it to see it.
That's the magic.
That's the magic.
That's the magic.
That's the magic.
That's the recipe to the gumbo.
Man. And that's a $1 million gem. Cause this shit got me shaking, bruh. Like,
And
bruh.
what bro talking about is real live visualization, not this vision board shit y'all be selling online. Bro talking about real mind over reality. Like, I see myself here, so I will be there.
Straight up.
I will. What do I need to be there? I need to start being that now.
Man.
If I want to have this or that or be this or that, I need to start working on whatever the fuck that is right now.
You believe it, you already do.
You see what I'm saying? Because you can't get there if you ain't taking the steps.
Nah.
I believe God will give you what you ask for, but I still stand on you got to meet that shit halfway.
That's the ask.
You got to work to go get it. It'll be sitting there waiting on you.
No.
And if you ain't took no steps, it'll somebody come pick it up.
It's already there. It's already there. When we decided to do this podcast, we got so geeked in that room about this shit, us seeing it. The only way it was gonna happen was us sparking that fire that we sparked in that room, and we were so geeked about it till we couldn't stop thinking about it until we brought it to life. Yeah. And that's that geek you gotta get about everything that you wanna create. Like if your fucking nose itching, you thinking I ain't gonna be comfortable till I scratch this motherfucker.
When you get so much bigger than that.
Yeah.
But it's that little.
Yeah.
Make it
it's that simple.
Make actions like that. It's just that easy. To make it happen. Scratch your nose and get it done.
Gotta believe like Santa Claus, nigga.
Man.
For real, gotta believe like Santa Claus.
It's not the personal podcast. We had a conversation that matter to the culture. Let it be known. Money, power, respect, man. It all boils down to choices.
That you gotta make.
Any conversation we had up until this point still boils down to an underlying theme. Choices. My guy, my girl, choices. Like, make better choices. Yes, it's some existential forces out there. The system is rigged like it ain't never been rigged before. But you can still make choices to get the way you need to be. It's a little harder, but it's a little harder for everybody.
Trust the process.
Keep getting there, like go there. Like if that's where you're trying to go there. Don't come off the path. Don't get distracted. Don't do all that. Go there. Go where you going. Be there. Meet the prize you're trying to get.
Man.
It's waiting on you, man. But you
it's
gotta
waiting
go get
on
it.
you.
You gotta go get it, people. You gotta go get it. And all that capping and flexing and putting on filters and doing weird things online is not gonna get it. You're just gonna end up getting laughed at when you step outside.
Man.
Keep it real with yourself, and we'll keep it real with you.
Man. Got to keep it real with yourself because you can't lie to yourself deep down inside.
Keep it real with you, whether you keep it real with yourself or not.
That shit hurt your heart.
Yeah, bro. You got to look at yourself.
You got to look at yourself when you go in that bathroom and close that door. Ain't nobody else in there with you while you sitting on the toilet taking a shit. Like you
ain't gotta know who the fuck you is. But you better not get mad at the world for not noticing your ass.
Man. Hey.
If your woman clingy, she gonna be in there with you.
Man, my woman better get her ass up out of here.
You gonna have to
Big
tell her,
Daddy dump time.
Don't go.
She ain't gonna be able to
Big
take
Daddy dump time. Watch out. You ain't gonna smell this shit on.
Damn, dog.
Hey, we appreciate y'all for rocking.
She gonna hit you
Oh,
with
for
that
sure,
butt
man.
out
I wish y'all, hey, when y'all come, y'all don't have to be, I meant to tell you that too. Y'all is not mouses on the wall. I mean, whatever, how the saying go. Man.
Flies on the wall.
Flies on the wall. I said
mouses on the wall. Boy, if I said
hey, y'all
mouse
open
on
to
the
the
wall?
conversation, man. Y'all open to the conversation because this shit matter to the culture.
Y'all love the culture.
And we, man.
Oh, yeah. They are definitely the culture.
Oh.
But we always appreciate every viewer, every listener, every commenter for tuning in to the It's Nothing Personal podcast. Like, share, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
After party in the comment section. After party in the comment section. Let us know how you feel. How you out there dealing with these hard financial times right now? How are you getting to your goals? Like, What does that mean? How does it feel to fight this battle that we all fighting right now? Don't let them cap. It's a fight. But how are you withstanding the storm, as we talked about before? How are you weathering the storm? What are you doing to make sure when you get to where you're trying to be, you don't get drunk with that power and you maintain some self-respect?
A lot of you ladies got to our Texas. Listen to her. Don't give you that bust that nigga that did, and you done gave to like 2-3 years in a row. He done play with some money. Look. Invest in yourself, mama.
Man.
Invest in yourself, mama. Now, if you got a hustle in there, you better make sure you get to invest in yourself, mama.
Don't put your life beside your weird nigga's hand, baby.
Don't put your life beside your weird nigga's hand, baby.
This shit so real, man.
Alright.
Hey, before we go, the realest things that there are the shit that the eyes can't see. The realest things that there are shit that your hands can't touch. Like, you got to go in, you got to close your eyes, man, and open that refrigerator in that goddamn mansion.
That refrigerator.
You got to goddamn close your eyes and dry that motherfucking beans. Like, you got to go there. You got to close your eyes and motherfucking and walk out the goddamn bank paying that last credit card payment. Like, your imagination ain't just for children, dog. Like, we got to be adults in that child mind frame, using that imagination, because that's the only way we're gonna get our destination, man. We got to see this shit for it to goddamn come into physical form.
And it ain't gonna matter to you until it matters to you. Whenever you decide, whenever it click with you, that's what's gonna matter. Yeah, that shit. Can't force that shit. You can't make that shit. You gotta give a fuck soon.
Don't take it personal.
I ain't gonna take it personal.
But when it come to me,
Don't.
So again, we thank y'all for tuning in with us. We're having this conversation about money and how it affects each individual. On our next one, we're going to continue this money conversation and going to talk on the other side of how these pursuits can maybe lead to some darker times, poverty, and how it's, again, like Kendrick said, right in the middle of this conversation, it's a 50-50 thing. It's choices and system. And we'll really dive into the next conversation on how that system really piggybacks off of our choices to keep us in poverty. So we thank y'all once again for tuning in. 07 Rider, appreciate you hanging out with us once again on the camera. Mia Shani, thanks for kicking
comment, subscribe.
Reezy 1K, thanks for kicking it with us.
Comment, subscribe.
If you're not familiar, these two artists do have music you can go listen to right now on all streaming platforms. Reezy 1K, spell your name.
R-E-Z-Z-Y.
R-E-Z-Z-Y. Look him up right now. Mia Shani, spell your name. M-I-A-S-H-A-N-I. Look them up. They got some beautiful music right here, and they recorded right here at Acaba Recording Studios. It's been real, ladies and gentlemen. It's Nothing Personal Podcast, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
ain't even nothing personal.
I ain't gonna take it personal.
So don't you take it personal.
I might take it personal.
Either way it go.
You are now tuning in with
The It's Nothing Personal Podcast.
Where we had conversations that matter to the culture.